feels surreal in ways having a home again. That is not to say that my truck camper or my travel trailer weren't homes. They very much were during my life full time on the road. Home was wherever I parked them, and for a long time that felt like freedom. Back in 2019, when I left my career behind and sold or got rid of almost all of my worldly possessions to make a go of life on the road, I had no idea what the future would hold. I didn't know when or if I would ever have a stationary residence again. There was a thought, however, in the back of my mind that if I could afford to keep my apartment by the beach and hit the road, I would do it. That was not financially feasible, so I went full send and hit the road in my old truck camper. It was both exciting and terrifying, but eventually I would lean into road life. I will never regret that decision. I created some of the best moments and memories of my life thus far. Home was some of the most stunning and scenic areas of the US and Canada. I truly lived in nature, and now I still do, at home and on the road. It could also be very tough. Mostly being in unfamiliar places meant when things went wrong, there was a lot more work involved to make them right. I didn't always know where I'd sleep that night or where I would go next. I was becoming road weary and began to long for a home base at about the end of year 3. By this time, I had sold the truck camper and moved into my travel trailer. I envisioned buying a piece of land and living out of my travel trailer initially. I even put a bid on a piece of property. Someone else swooped in and paid cash. I'm glad it didn't work out, or I wouldn't have found my home here in the Sierra. As they say, everything happens for a reason. To put down roots again, it had to be right. It couldn't be more right than for my home to be in the eastern Sierra Mountains of California. It is a place so special to me and so a part of me. I first discovered the mountains here. I did my first backpacking trips here. My love of the mountains began here. If you've been around the channel for a while, you know I'm kind of a neat freak. I like things clean and tidy around me, whether I'm in my home or in my trailer or in my truck camper or in the back of my truck. I just feel better when my space around me is decluttered and just neat and tidy. Before I hit the road, I typically try to keep my home fairly clean or make sure that it is clean so that when I come home off the road, I don't have a lot to do. However, these windows are very old. Maybe eventually I will replace them. And there are little spaces in them where the dust still gets in and it accumulates, and I have, dirt and dust on the floor, dirt and dust on all the furniture surfaces. So I usually, at the minimum, will have to do a good dusting and vacuuming and sweeping when I get home. One of the downsides of having a home is that it is a responsibility I didn't have while I was on the road. I have to care for it, there is maintenance and repairs to be done, and I do worry about it while I'm on the road. Although I do have family and friends that keep an eye on it. To be fair, over the years, I had several issues with repairs and maintenance with my homes on wheels, as you guys have seen following me over the last 6 years. It feels really good to be home, but it is a bit of a bummer that I had to leave Washington early. But I wanted to tell you a little story about something that happened up there. I got an infection and I needed to see a doctor. And that made me so grateful I had my ZocDoc app, and ZocDoc is the sponsor of today's video. With the app, I was able to click and make an appointment with an in-network doctor who was able to see me within 24 hours. I went in and was seen by the doctor and prescribed an antibiotic. It was all done, easy peasy, within 1 day. Prior to ZocDoc, I would have been placed on hold for who knows how long, and my appointment probably would have been 3 weeks to a month or more in the future. ZocDoc lets you search and compare local in-network doctors. They have more than 150,000 providers within 200 plus specialties across all 50 states. ZocDoc's website has tons of reviews from real patients and detailed doctor profiles to help you choose the right one. You can usually make an appointment within 24 to 72 hours and sometimes same day, and ZocDoc is completely free to use. Folks, your health matters, and ZocDoc makes it super easy to make that appointment. Clicking my link in the description is a huge step towards prioritizing your health. Taking care of your health just got easier. Head over to ZocDoc.com/Catherine and check that appointment off your to-do list. Thank you once again to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video. I adore my new home. I feel a sense of peace here as well as stability. Stuff smells so good. Meyer's basil scent. It's multi-purpose or multi-surface. On an almost daily basis, I see rabbits, quail, owls, the occasional bald or golden eagle, squirrels, etc. Of course, being in rural nature, there is the constant battle with various rodents trying to live under or around my home. But I had my fair share of rodent problems on the road as well. Luckily, they have never gotten inside my home, knock on wood. Oh, and there was a wolf being tracked through this area. She has since moved south. I've also heard there is the occasional bear sighting here. Mountain lions also call this area home. I hope to never run into one of those guys unless it's from a very safe distance. I absolutely love that there's so much wildlife here because it's something I became very accustomed to while living on the road. I put together a little grocery list because I'm in need of some groceries. So we're gonna head to town and go to the market and grab a few things. We're experiencing some monsoonal moisture up here this week. So there could be thunder, lightning, rain, wind, all of the above. We're gonna see what it's looking like out there today though. I was headed into the small town of Lone Pine for groceries. There aren't many grocery options in the Eastern Sierra. The town of Bishop, about 45 miles north of Lone Pine, has a large grocery store, Vaughn's, as well as a grocery outlet and a Smart & Final. The nearest Walmart is about an hour and a half south of Lone Pine. But first, I was going to head to the Alabama hills to check out the stormy weather.
Sunrise doesn't last all morning. A cloudburst doesn't last all day. Seems my love is up and has left you with no warning. It's not always gonna face another day. Now the darkness only stays at nighttime.
Tonight's dinner is something that I used to make quite often. However, I haven't made it in a long time because on the road I didn't have an oven. I cook everything on the stove top, however, I arrange it into a casserole dish and then it gets popped in the oven so all the ingredients can meld and heat up. And it is called shepherd's pie. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. I make a really easy version of it, and I make mine with beef, even though I think purists say it should be made with lamb. I don't eat lamb, so I make mine with ground beef. And yeah, it's super easy and it's so tasty. What I've got going is some corn and peas just out of a can, which I'm going to add to some ground beef that I'm going to season up. And then I'm going to make some instant mashed potatoes in that back pot and assemble that all together. I've preheated the oven to 350. Got all kinds of spices here that I'm going to add to the ground beef. I'm going to add a little Montreal steak seasoning, garlic powder, minced onion, parsley. Go ahead and get that water going in the back. All right, the ground beef is almost done. So I'm just gonna kind of let that sit. I'm gonna drain the fat and let it sit. I have added butter to the water here for the mashed potatoes, butter and salt for the instant mashed potatoes. So let that come to a boil. The ground beef is back here, just sitting. I've got the water about ready to boil here for the mashed potatoes. And now I'm going to heat up the corn and peas. All right, looks like our water is going for the mashed potatoes. Actually turn that off. Typically like a little bit more mashed potatoes, but this'll do. Threw a little cheese on top because everything's better with cheddar. Full belly, it was time to wind down for the evening with a bit of reading, journaling, and a cup of tea. I also snuck in a Dodgers game somewhere in there too. Just like having no regrets when I hit the road full time, I have no regrets making a home base here in the Eastern Sierra. Now I have the best of both worlds. Thank you all for being here. I love you all, and I will see you on the next adventure.